Hi, this is Jundo. Welcome to Tree Leaf. Our subject today is pain, pain in life and in the sitting of Zazen, both the kinds of pain we can avoid and the kinds of pain and discomfort that we can't avoid. How to know the difference, what to do. I heard a Zen teacher today say that sitting like this in the full lotus posture is the only way to go in Zazen. One must absolutely not move during the Zazen period. One must hold the posture rigidly. It's vitally important. And I thought to myself, baloney. There's a kind of fetishizing, making a fetish of the lotus posture that has occurred in some of the Japanese traditions. And they have their wisdom to it. There's a lot in Japanese traditions about maintaining the proper form. But I'm also here to tell you that if you go through Asia, there's also a lot about flexibility in form, letting it flow freely, letting it change, letting the body adapt to different circumstances. So I'm here to say that if sitting like this causes you a lot of pain, there's no reason to do it. You can change. Now, give it the good college try. Do stretches, there are yoga stretches. Give it some time to see if the muscles will adapt. But if it's causing you pain, that's not the point of Zazen. Zazen is supposed to be easy. It's supposed to be balanced. The body is supposed to be relaxed. So again, if this doesn't work, I've shown you how to sit in the Burmese posture. Sorry, Yuko. I've shown you how to sit in a chair or with a seiza bench. Any of that will work too. But that's not our real subject today. The subject is pain. Sometimes Zazen will hurt. It just hurts sometimes to sit 30 minutes, 20 minutes, even sometimes just for a few minutes. The legs sometimes start to ache, the back. What do you do? Well, there's no clear answer on this. Let me repeat to you our basic philosophy here at Tree Leaf, and as I believe, the basic philosophy of Shikantaza. We accept things as they are, always. That being said, sometimes we try to change things because we don't accept them too, accepting them thoroughly and sometimes not accepting them. There's the old saying, give me the wisdom to know the things I can change, and something like that, and the wisdom to know the things I can't. Well, we believe that too, but with a little modification. Give me the wisdom to know the things I can change, and I accept them even if I can. There's nothing in need of change. And give me the wisdom to accept the things I can't change, and I thoroughly accept that too. There's nothing in need of change. So what to do if your legs start to hurt during Zazen? Sometimes you move, sometimes you don't. I can't tell you which is which, but I'll say this. For ordinary pain, try just to sit with it a little. Let it be, accept it. Don't be too impatient. Don't be too manipulative of your Zazen. Why? Sometimes life is painful. Sometimes life is sad. And our philosophy is to learn to accept it as it is, even when we try to change it, and even when we don't. So sometimes you'll have pain. Don't do a thing. Allow the pain. Let it be. Observe the pain as if it's on the palm of the hand, just an object in the room, like that scroll on the wall, or like the rock in the garden. It's just there. Observe it. Just let it be. Let it drift from mind. Be the mirror that just reflects the pain without judgment. What you might find in that case is that the pain actually shrinks, as if a fire where you're not pouring as much fuel on it. What do I mean? There's a difference between pain when we resist it and pain when we don't, even if it's the same pain. Let me show you what I mean. Here I have a pain. It hurts. That's true. But there's a difference between having the pain and then saying, oh, I wish I didn't have the pain. Oh, I wish this pain would go away. Oh, woe is me, my life, and this pain. Oh, oh, oh. That's pouring fuel on the fire. Just breathe. Focus on the breath. Allow the mind to be like the sky, like the mirror, and let the pain just be. At other times, you want to move. Find the position that's right for you. If it's a position that lets you sit for 20 minutes, 30 minutes without having to move, that's a good position. If it feels balanced, if it feels comfortable, you got a winner there. And as I said, it may be something you need to adjust slightly during a Zazen sitting. But let's say you are sitting and it really, really starts to hurt. What do? Well, if you're with other people, you don't want to disturb them too much. And even if you're with yourself, you don't want to disturb yourself too much by changing every minute. But once in a while, give a gasho and change. Maybe flip the legs around to the other side. Maybe if you're standing, sit. Give a gasho again. Go back to sitting. There's no hard rule about when to move and when not to. Sometimes if it's a small pain, bear with it. Just let it be. Observe it like the mirror. Sometimes move. Same with other things that might come up during Zazen. There's a wonderful video of the Dalai Lama and a mosquito. An interviewer asked the Dalai Lama what to do if a mosquito comes and is about to bite the Dalai Lama. Well, it's kind of the same during our sitting of Zazen. Let's say there's a mosquito fluttering around my nose. First, I might just let it be. This is the Dalai Lama's recommendation. Then next time, the Dalai Lama in that video said, ask the mosquito, please, Mr. Mosquito, would you go away? Maybe give a gasho like this. The fluttering gasho. The mosquito comes back a third time. Ask the mosquito a little more firmly. Mosquito, be gone. You don't have to voice that. You might disturb the other people, but you get the idea. And finally, if the mosquito comes back again, use this gasho. Ow. You get the point. I think the Dalai Lama and the mosquito said, in the video said that the mosquito is just on to a better life next time. And later, chant a little something for the mosquito in your heart. Thank you, mosquito. You get the point. In life, there are times to let mosquitoes be, a time to swat the mosquito. I once sat Zazen at a temple in Japan during a huge earthquake. An old building with wood beams that had been eaten by termites. The roof was swaying. I looked around the room. I was the only one looking around the room. All the other people in the room just sat. Finding stillness amidst the swaying earthquake. But I tell you, if it gets too bad, head for the exit. There's a time to sit when the house is on fire. There's a time to grab the fire extinguisher. What are you doing sitting? Put the fire out. When is which? Use common sense. But generally, for the small discomforts in life, we accept. We accept what we can change. We accept what we can't. We think that ultimately there's nothing in need of change. And then we get started changing it. Now, let me change the subject. We have some members in our Sangha with real physical conditions that put them in constant pain. What can they do? They cannot escape it. They can't sit like this. They can barely sit. Sometimes pain is with them all the time. We had one member say that the person can barely hold their hands up in Gasho. I told them, you don't have to hold your hand in Gasho then. Gasho in your heart. That's all the Buddhas and Bodhisattvas would care about. A Gasho in the heart is a true Gasho. If you have real physical pain, I'm going to tell you, Zazen is not going to cure your pain. As I said, it may help you drop the mental resistance, the woe is me, oh, life is so terrible, I wish it was some other way. We're going to help you get rid of that garbage, but we're not going to necessarily help you get rid of the pain itself. As I said, concentrating on the breath and getting rid of that woe is me garbage might help the fire burn down a little, but physical pain will remain there. Thus, I recommend to you, do anything with your doctor or any other form of meditation or chanting or standing on your head. I don't care. Do whatever it takes that you feel you need for your pain. The Zazen practice here is basically about letting your heart open and accept life as it is. I can't promise you it's going to take your pain away. I'm sorry, I wish it did. There are even stories when the Buddha got old in his 80s. He suffered with a bad back and other physical conditions, and he complained about it. And he said he was feeling like an old man held together by leather straps. His body was falling apart. All he could do sometimes was go into a deep type of meditation that he knew how to do, kind of maybe some kind of deep samadhi concentration, and that helped him with the pain. If you find that a meditation like that helps you with your pain, do that. You don't have to just practice what I'm teaching here. What I'm teaching here is about accepting the situation. These days, though, I'm going to tell you even better than what the Buddha did. If he couldn't escape the pain, boy, I bet these days he would consult with a doctor and also use the most modern medical treatments to be free of pain. Do what you need to. It's okay. There's no sin in it. Shikantaza, as we're sitting, goes hand in hand with whatever your doctor may recommend. Shikantaza, as we're practicing here, is just one tool on the tool belt for someone suffering from pain. Research other ways of sitting. There are some types of deep breathing meditation. If you just focus on the breath, it may distract you from the pain. Or do a mantra, sometimes sitting like that might distract you from the pain, just like gritting your teeth. I'm not saying you have to just sit Shikantaza, but I'm going to say that Shikantaza is the best for accepting things as they are and dropping resistance to what is. So let's say you can't sit like this or anything else like this. How do you sit when you're in pain? Like this. Anything you need to do. The Buddha in some old pictures sat like this, and I have one friend in New England who sits like this. I've seen him do it. I've sat in his house with him as he sat like this. It helps. I don't care if you need to stand, sit on your nose, hang from the ceiling. If it helps you with the pain and feels good, sit that way as is. You understand? The most important thing about shikantaza is just being as is, without resistance. If you can't gasho, if you can't bow, bow in the heart, gasho in the heart. If you need to sit like this, sit like this. And I'm going to take it a step further, as what is that cook on the, there's a chef on the TV who says we're going to, what is it? Take it up a notch. If you need to sit zazen like this because you feel so bad, let that be your mantra. When you moan, it's the Buddha moaning. It's the whole universe moaning. If you need to moan, if you need to, I hope that's what that sounds like on the microphone. Please excuse me. If this is your zazen, oh, it almost sounds like a chant hitting the wooden drum, doesn't it? You just do that. You do whatever you need as long as in your mind, as much as you can, you accept. And I'm going to take it up even one more notch. Let's say you really can't accept it because it feels so bad. I can't stand this. It is bad. I hate this. Get this. Accept even your resistance in that moment. Accept even, it's kind of another level of acceptance, profound, deep acceptance. Accept your non-acceptance. Accept your, oh, I hate this. It's okay. It's just that I hate this. Oh, I wish it didn't hurt. And I accept that I wish it didn't hurt. It's kind of a profound acceptance that sweeps in all the non-acceptance. So that is what I recommend you do.